Imagine millions of gas molecules confined in a box. You might expect them to all share a similar kinetic energy, perhaps even similar speeds. Yet, if you could measure them instantly, you'd find a wide range, some nearly stationary, others moving with astonishing velocity. This isn't random. There's a precise, bell-shaped curve describing their speed distribution, a curve called the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution. But how do molecules, through countless chaotic collisions, consistently sculpt this exact geometric pattern? What visual logic dictates that only a few reach extreme speeds, while most cluster around an average speed? Each individual molecule undergoes rapid, unpredictable changes in speed and direction after every collision. However, when we look at the system as a whole, a remarkably stable, macroscopic probability pattern emerges. This distribution isn't about the specific journey of one particle. It's about the statistical likelihoods across an enormous ensemble of particles in thermal equilibrium. Our core challenge is to visually unpack the two fundamental, geometrically opposing forces that precisely shape this characteristic speed probability curve for molecules at any given temperature. To grasp this visually, let's conceptualize velocity space. Imagine a three-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system. The x, y, and z axes here represent the velocity components vx, vy, and vz of a molecule. Any unique point within this abstract space defines a specific velocity vector. The speed of a molecule, a scalar quantity, is simply the magnitude of this vector, its absolute distance from the origin, 0, 0, 0, in our velocity space. Faster molecules correspond to points further from the origin. Now, consider a specific speed v. All possible velocity vectors that result in precisely this speed v lie on the surface of a sphere with radius v centered at the origin in our velocity space. If we are interested in molecules possessing speeds within a tiny differential range, say between v and v plus dv, we are essentially looking at all points residing within a very thin spherical shell. This shell has an inner radius v and an outer radius v plus dv. The geometric volume of this thin spherical shell for a differential speed range dv is approximately 4 pi v squared dv. This crucial v squared term reveals a fundamental geometric principle. The number of available velocity states, or the density of states, increases quadratically with speed. Visually, as you move further away from the origin in velocity space, the surface area available for new velocity states grows rapidly. This factor by itself would lead us to believe that higher speeds are overwhelmingly more probable, as there are simply vastly more ways or combinations of Vx, Vy, and Vz to achieve them. However, there's a powerful and opposing counterforce, energy. Achieving a speed v directly implies possessing kinetic energy E equals 1/2 mv squared. The physical universe, especially when considering systems at a specific temperature T, exhibits a strong bias against high-energy states. This energetic penalty for higher speeds is precisely quantified by the Boltzmann factor, e to the negative e over kt. Here, k is Boltzmann's constant, and T is the absolute temperature. Geometrically, the Boltzmann factor acts as a steep exponential dampener. As kinetic energy E increases, meaning as speed v increases, the value of e to the negative e over kt plummets very rapidly towards 0. Imagine this visually as a sharply decaying curve, starting near 1 for 0 energy and quickly falling. For very low energies or speeds, this factor is close to 1, implying those states are highly accessible. But even a moderate increase in energy causes a dramatic multiplicative reduction in the probability of a molecule occupying such a state. This term ensures that molecules are far less likely to be found in the extremely high-energy, high-speed regions of velocity space. The Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution is the direct, point-by-point product of these two competing geometric tendencies. On one hand, we have the accelerating growth of available velocity states, proportional to v squared. This can be visualized as an upward curving parabola that becomes increasingly steep. On the other hand, we have the severe exponential decay of state occupancy probability due to energy cost, e to the negative e over kt, represented by a rapidly falling curve. The final shape of the distribution is simply the result of multiplying the height of the v squared curve by the height of the e to the negative e over kt curve at every single possible speed v. This crucial multiplication yields the characteristic profile we observe. At extremely low speeds, both the available states, v squared, and the energy probability, e to the negative e over kt, as e approaches 0, factors are small, so their product is near 0. As speed increases, the v squared term quickly dominates the early phase, causing the overall probability to rise sharply. However, at higher speeds, the exponential decay of the Boltzmann factor, which becomes overwhelmingly powerful with increasing e, eventually overwhelms the v squared growth. This dynamic tug-of-war produces a clear peak representing the most probable speed, after which the probability drops, forming the characteristic long, tapering tail towards very high speeds. The Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution is far more than an abstract mathematical curve. It provides a direct, powerful, and predictive link between a gas's macroscopic temperature and the intricate dynamic behavior of its constituent molecules. It explains precisely why increasing temperature shifts the distribution's peak towards higher speeds, broadens the curve significantly, and dramatically increases the proportion of very fast molecules. This understanding is absolutely critical for fields ranging from chemical kinetics, where reaction rates are determined by the rare high-energy collisions, to astrophysics, where the escape of light gases from planetary atmospheres is governed by the fastest molecules in the tail of this distribution.